As far as who's on the left and who's on the right, I'm not sure it's from my perspective or yours. We can figure it out later. Today is the Feast of Christ the King. And I was thinking, in our own time, here in the United States, how do the kings, the leadership, take care of people under their jurisdiction? Well, people pay taxes. And then programs come out of those taxes to take care of the people. And so what programs are there? Social Security, great thing. Medicaid, Medicare, affordable health care, schools, lunch programs, job training, all kinds of different things. And all those are well and good, and they really do help people. Most recently, Obamacare has been passed. That is the Affordable Health Care Act. But I was thinking we need to change it a little bit and say there is another program out there that can help us that's not affiliated with the federal government at all, or even the civil government. It's the God Care program. Sounds good, doesn't it? So what is this God Care program of Christ the King? He doesn't give schools, doesn't give Social Security. What he gives is redemption and salvation for each and every person. That first reading tells us what the God Care is about. I will look after and tend my sheep. I myself, he said, nobody else. I will be there for people. I will rescue them from when they are scattered. I will pasture them, that is, give them open spaces to roam. And I will give them the food that they need to survive. I will let them rest from their labors. So the God Care program also says that he will seek the lost and heal the sick and the injured. Boy, that sounds like a great program. And he says this very emphatically, I will do this. I will give them pasture. I will do this. I myself. And so it's very emphatic, and it's a campaign promise, you might say. And it's a campaign promise that we don't have to look at cynically. I think when politicians make promises to us, we always are there with, right, absolutely. But we know that the Lord, when the Lord says, I will care for my people, I will watch over them, I will gather them together, and I will give them the love, the courage, the things that they need to survive, we know that we can be sure of that promise. God Care then does a whole lot for us. Trouble is, there's a copay. I knew you were waiting for that. There is a copay. The copay is not money, but we are called to do that very same thing then for the people around us. So we receive the benefits of God Care, but then we also have to say that we are called, each and every one of us are called to provide John Care, and Linda Care, and Pete Care, and Rosemary Care. All of us in our own way then are called to be people who offer our own care system. We are called that when we see the hungry, we are called to give them the food, the nourishment that they need. When they're thirsty, we are called to give them drink naked, and we are called to clothe them. What we do for the least of our brothers and sisters, we do for God. Can it be repealed? No. Vetoed? Absolutely not. Filibustered in the Senate? No way. It is for always. God Care will be with us for always, and so then John Care and Linda Care and Rosemary Care must go on always and forever. Each and every day we are called to recognize the dignity of each human being and respond to them as best we can. Why? Because the Lord has cared for us first, and then we are called to give that care to those who are around us. And so we can ask ourselves, what would God Care look like for us? Certainly, if we see the hungry, let's feed them. If we see the naked, please give them clothes. But perhaps we can be less judgmental. Maybe that can be part of our God Care. Maybe more patient with those who are around us. Maybe give some change to the guy who's begging at the train station. For all you younger people who are in school, maybe you can be a little bit nicer to the kid that you're not so nice to now. How are you getting along with your brothers and your sisters in the house, mom and dad? And so all of us can form our own care program for those who are around us. Christ the King we celebrate today. Christ the King who looks out for each of his subjects, who looks out for us always, cares for us always, gives us the courage and the strength and the love that we need each day. And so we also too are called to look out for others in our own version of God care, loving and ministering, just as Jesus would do.